Hi guys, this is the Dominator of the World doing a commentary video on Empire Total War multiplayer. In this battle, I command the British, and my opponent, Joe Ireland 15, commands the U.S. So we'll look at my army first, and then we'll look at his. In my army, I have my general's bodyguard, 2 regiments of horse, 1 unit of lifeguards, 1 dragoons, 7 units of line infantry, 4 units of green jackets, and 2 4-inch mortar batteries. And that's an overall view of my army. So now we're going to look at Joe Ireland 15's army. He has 2 regiments of horse, 2 household cavalry, his general's bodyguard, 1 6-pounder horse artillery, 1 4-inch mortar battery, 10 line infantry, and 2 hidden long riflemen. And his long riflemen are hidden like in front of his line infantry, closer to where the houses are. So here he has a very long line of line infantry that I'm eventually going to have to spread my line thin to match. So right here, I've actually charged my cavalry into his lonely 6-pounder horse artillery that he sent out by itself. And he saw his mistake and retaliated with his regiments of horse. But I sent in another regiment of horse, and so now we're basically even in this cavalry fight. So basically in this battle, I'm just gonna show you the little skirmishes that happened before the main battle, and then I'm just gonna show you the main battle, because that's basically, I'm just gonna skip all the marching to make this video shorter. Okay, so here is his long riflemen. And I found them at last, and now I'm sending a cavalry charge in their way. So here they are. And it looks like they're about to put down their stakes to prevent my horses from charging them, but they didn't put them down on time, so my horses just trampled through them. And that's why you don't hesitate, because then you too could be charged by a man on a horse. And then we start to rout both of them. So that skirmish was won by me, but the other cavalry skirmish is going to be won by Joe Ireland 15. So, and I haven't been posting videos lately, in 2 weeks, and that's because my computer has had a very bad virus on it, which prevented me from going on it and destroying it. So, I had to wait 2 weeks before it was fixed, but it was eventually fixed. So now I can start making videos again, and that's why you guys had to wait so long for another video. So now, he's charged his line infantry into my line of green jackets, and he's gonna rout them. But that gives me time to set up these 2 units of line infantry that I'm marching forward. And over here, he sent his remaining cavalry that he had from the cavalry fight, and he sent them behind my enemy lines to take out my cannons, which he did successfully. But then on his way back to charge the backs of my line infantry, he got stopped by my green jackets, and he got annihilated. So here, he's withdrawing his line infantry so that they don't get mixed in with my line infantry that I'm marching. And over here, my household cavalry, which I may run across the entire field to get there, is having a little fight with his household cavalry. And both of these are elite cav units, so we're going to see which one is the best. So, okay, now it's time for the main event. You can see that on my right flank, this is my right flank, I'm edging forward close enough so that we can exchange fire. And right there, he just killed a crap load of my guys in the front row. But I'm returning fire, but not in the same amount. And here are some of his dead guys, but I'm not sure how they died. I think my cannons killed them. The rest of my army, the center and my left flank, haven't gone up yet close enough to exchange fire, so they're just standing there waiting for orders. But I eventually moved my center up so that they can fire from afar since they're riflemen. So here is the battle, and you can see that my riflemen aren't doing that much of an effect on his line infantry. And on his left flank, which is crumbling, a huge gap has been made because some of his units routed, and that's caused his far left line infantry to be isolated, so it's gonna be easy to take out his left flank. And over here, showing you that my lifeguards are victorious over his household cavalry, though not by much. So now I'm putting up all my line infantry on my right flank to take out his line infantry, his isolated line infantry. So here we start to kill a lot of them with our volleys, and there is nothing else to talk about. Oh yeah. Currently I am accepting game requests from you guys. If you want to send them, PM me and tell me what faction you want me to play and what faction you want my opponent to play, and I'll try to get my opponent to play the faction that you want, but sometimes it might not work that way. But I will play the faction that you want me to play, but sometimes I won't accept it, but sometimes I will. But go ahead and ask me if you want. And that's posted on my wall. It's in my information. So here, he's sent his entire army into a bayonet charge against my army, which isn't very smart because the British are superior in the bayonet against the Americans. As you can see, we've started to rout some of his units, but in turn he's routed some of my green jackets, which aren't really meant for bayonet fighting. So here I'm gonna give you an aerial view, quite literally, of the action going on. And you can see some of my guys here are standing around, but some of my other guys are doing their duty and fighting, like I've told them to do. And that British line infantry unit there is meant to fire on the backs of the Americans, but apparently they were out of ammunition or something, so I just sent them into a bayonet charge in their backs, as you can see. And there was a mix of his remaining household cavalry and his line infantry. And over here, we're just having a bayonet fight over there. And here I'm sending in reinforcements for that bayonet fight. So back to our normal camp. And here he's charged his general's bodyguard into the backs of my line infantry, which are having a bayonet fight with his other line infantry. But he quickly withdraws them when he sees them about to sandwich him. But he's gonna send them into a different bayonet fight, but they're gonna rout in that one. So on the minimap, I was the red, I believe, and my opponent was the blue. Yes, that's right. Okay. So here's the last bayonet fight that's occurring, and these are my opponent's last troops that are on the battlefield that have not routed. So now it's down to these guys. And currently I'm sending in all of my forces that have stopped fighting to join the bayonet fight to overwhelm him. But some of them won't reach them in time, but some of them will. And here he's charged his general's bodyguard into the flankish part of my bayonet fight here. And here's his general fighting alone. against a sea of red. Okay, it looks like his line infantry is routing now, which has caused a chain reaction in his other units, and so now all of his units are routing, and that's all of them. So that means I win. So good game to my opponent, Joe Ireland 15, and hope you guys enjoyed this video.